company in the world. I was representing the Catholic Medical Practitioners of Nigeria and the Association of General and Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria as the committee chairman of the National Health Act. And presiding over this National Health Act public hearing was Senator Ike Ekweremadu, who was then the Deputy Senate President. And
let me comment there. Who did you say was presiding?
Well, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, he was the presiding senator for the bill public hearing. And the sponsor, the chief sponsor, was Ifeanyi Okowa, now governor, but then Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. And just sitting by his side was also Dr. Chris Ngige, so who was then a senator. So all of them were there, and I made this argument directly pointing out Section 48. That Section 48 makes an exemption that is impossible. You don't exempt, there is no situation in medicine where you can overrule or say the consent is waived. Consent is never waived. It could be transferred to the next of kin, but it's never waived in any situation. That is part of the Helsinki Declaration. So it's an international treaty. So we cannot make an exemption here in Nigeria. Then I also pointed out the loophole in Section 51. You cannot have the medical practitioner or the medical director of a hospital be the one to authorize that an organ is taken from someone to be given to another person. So it is wrong. You can't give what you don't have. That's a legal principle. Then I pointed out in Section 53 that it is also when you say reasonable cost for reimbursement of reasonable payments. What does that mean? Is 10 million naira reasonable payment for kidney? Some people will tell you that too. So you actually legalized the sale of organs in Section 53. Now, my colleague AGK had asked whether I was there when this cartel made the negotiation. The answer is yes, I was physically present in a deliberation. We were called as leaders of the private health sector to the headquarters of General Electric, the biggest company in the world, the leading medical company in the world. And we were told that Bill Gates offered them $2 billion to build 260 hospitals in Nigeria. So they want us to name our price so that we can be paid off, so we will leave the entire medical system, so that we will not be practicing medicine, we will not be practicing pharmacy, we will not be practicing laboratory science. In Nigeria, no Nigerian will be in the medical profession. And we should just name our price so we will be compensated for.
Why would anyone do a thing like that?
This was done. I was present. It's not somebody told me. I was physically present before the executives of a General Electric with a number of other Nigerians in the health sector, in pharmacy, in laboratory sciences, and there were executives of GE from their headquarters in New York. This is the first time it's happening in the history of humanity. Nothing like this has ever happened. And I warned Ike Ekweremadu before the Senate, and Nigerians there will bear me witness, and many of them still remember. I told Ike Ekweremadu before the entire public hearing that he will be the first victim of this law he's standing for. Before everybody. Senator Kowa can also bear me witness because he was there. And I told him, it now seems like a prophecy come true. And this was exactly what happened. That the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria sold the entire organs of the Nigerian people, even when they knew that this was the situation. And that is very, very, very bad. on us as a whole nation.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name is Mazi, Chinedu from Balo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the second day of September 2024. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of truth, the gospel of revolution, the gospel of the awakening. Though I am late, but it is better to be late than never. Sometimes we must continue preaching this gospel. Remember, once again, today is the second day of the 9th month, being September 2024. We are here live and direct. Why I'm repeating this, the date is for you to understand that we are live and direct. If the date corresponds to the day, know that we are live and direct, though I am just few minutes late. But as I said earlier, it is better sometimes to be late than never. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you onto this hallowed platform. This hallowed platform, Radio Biafra London, in defense of freedom. This is the reason why Radio Biafra London is formed. To defend freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Remember, before the physical freedom, geographical entity, of taking our geographical position, our borders, we must be liberated from mental slavery. We must be liberated. We must be freed mentally. We must be freed in every way. Now, the physical freedom comes the last. That is the genuine freedom. Are you hearing me? That is why we are here on Radio Biafra. Despite all odds, we are here on this hallowed platform preaching liberation, preaching awakening, preaching and preaching and preaching, educating ourselves on the issues that we need to know. Today, I want to just touch briefly on some issues that concerns us, some burning issues, yes. But first of all, I will also remind us that we should shun criminality. There is a difference between criminality and freedom fighting. Say no to criminality, because IPOB does not engage in criminality. When you listen to news, of things that are happening in parts of our land, government sponsor the criminalities, people that call themselves different groups, even tarnishing the names of ESN and IPOB, killing our own brothers in our own land. This is a taboo. I say it is a taboo, shedding blood in our land, our own people. When you think you can, because you have a gun, you can kill your fellow Biafran, an Igbo man like you, do you think at all? Now, do you think at all? How do you think the family of those you killed, how do you think that they will feel? And you falsely label yourself that you are fighting for freedom of Biafra. That you are ESN, which you are not. Impostors. Being sponsored by Nigerian government through Ekberima and others. Because you know what Nigeria government wants to do? They want to disorganize us as they could. As far as long as they could. Let me tell you, that is what Nigerian government is doing. They don't want us to be organized under one umbrella. Because what happened in 1967, how Biafran quickly organized under just few weeks, if not a few months, if not few days, a few weeks, and organized without no arms or formal arms and ammunitions. We became organized under one umbrella and faced Nigeria for 3 years. It baffled them. So they saw it that time, they saw what they did that time, Nigeria Caliphate, as a mistake. That they will never do something that will galvanize us together. And they will try everything to separate us into pieces. So that we become inorganizable to face them. Instead, we start facing ourselves. Instead, we become, brought down with, by ourselves. That is what they are using these criminals to cause in our lands. One, to disorganize our people's mind, remove their mind from Biafra. So that is it somebody that you kill, that somebody's brother or sister or father, a family that loses their father to gunmen that call themselves ESN, that they are fighting for freedom. Oh, they killed him because of, so sit at home. How do you think that family will think about Biafra restoration? How Ghana go for they will be praying day and night that Biafra will never come. Do you see what Nigeria is doing? What I'm telling you is facts. What we don't do. What do they call it? We don't talk anyhow here on Radio Biafra. These are facts. Nigeria didn't want what happened in 1967 to repeat, because for them they made mistake of killing Biafrans everywhere, killing Igbos. But when we talk about Igbos, just everybody we are involved. They are among those being killed. Are you hearing me? So, no respite anywhere. So they vowed not to make the same mistake again, so that bitterness will not galvanize us together. So that is why they kill, they continue, but in a systematic way. They kill one side and leave other. After they start, and they made sure to disorganize us inside, from the inside. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is what Nigeria, this is the policy of Nigeria. This is the strategy of Nigeria. Because they don't want to hear about Ojukwu bucket any longer. They want us to be completely disorganized, fighting against each other, doing things so that we will not collectively be able to face them. Do you see? That's why they are putting all these things. They use money. They bring somebody from only God knows where. All of a sudden, he is a leader of a IPOB. All of a sudden, he is a commander. Somebody that has not been an IPOB member before. All of a sudden, they promoted him, and they made money available to him through third party. And they start raising people. Oh, come, fight for Biafra. You are going to fight. Deceiving people. So that there will be confusion, commotions everywhere. So that our people become we are confused, so we don't know who we are to follow again. And before you know, many of them, their minds will be, now if it is like this confusion everywhere, I beg, let us cuckoos remain in Nigeria. That is what Nigeria wants. That is the goal of Nigeria. We know. You hear me? We know. Because once you have unity of purpose, you can bring down mountain. Once you are galvanized together under one ideology, once you are disciplined, once you're obedient under one cause, under a central command, Nigeria know that we can pull down mountain. So they don't want that to happen. Are you hearing me? Have you asked yourself? I posted the Fulani jihadists. They call bandits. You know, in Nigeria they baptize them, they Christianize them as bandits to be sexy, so that if they anytime in the north they say bandits, these are hardened terrorists, Islamic terrorists, so Fulani Islamic terrorists. But in Nigeria, they Christianize them, they baptize them as they are bandits, so that you don't know the difference. You know, sometimes they will say, we catch police have arrested some bandits in Onitsha. When you look at the investigation, no, these bandits, they are phone snatchers. They use the same term, bandits. Now, the same term they use, bandits have struck in Zamfara. So, for a foreigner, you cannot understand the difference. You will be classifying everybody the same. Both thieves, petty thieves that have, phone snatchers, those that armed robbers that snatch cars, criminals, ordinary criminals. Because there is a heavy difference between criminals, ordinary criminals, and terrorists. Terrorists, they are organized under one ideology. Criminals, they are doing it just to eat, for money, to get money. They are not organized. It's just an individual, 2 or 3 people, they will go and snatch car and rob, and But in the Nigerian newspaper, they will refer to all of them as bandits. So that if you are reading this news in the street of Italy as an Italian, bandits struck in Zamfara. There are bandits that are arrested in Aba that stole television. You will not be able to read the difference. You will classify all of them as the same. If you are telling the person that, look, these people bandits, they are killers, he said, no, but in Zamfara, in Aba, where they are the same thing. Do you see what Nigeria is playing? They are playing the use of words to confuse people, instead of referring to them what they are. Terrorists, organized, hardened jihadist terrorists. They call them bandits. I put a video where the Fulani terrorists, they are speaking for food on my Facebook timeline. They gathered and they are speaking for food, extolling themselves that they have to continue fighting. And all these people, these are people that are operating in the whole of Sahel, right from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, coming down to Nigeria. But in Nigeria, they call them bandits. These are the people you saw their videos butchering innocent people in Burkina Faso, digging ditches for soldiers. Innocent men and women and children. They massacre them. These are the people that are operating in northern Nigeria. But the case of Nigeria is that they are being sponsored. The whole of Islamic Fulanis, jihadists in the Sahel is being sponsored from Nigeria. For your information, that is why they say that Nigeria, Allah has given to them, Nigeria to them. Your territory, our land, that their Allah gave to them, because it's a land flowing with milk and honey. So Allah have told them to collect it. Are you doubting them? How are you doubting them? What are you doing about it? Or you only pray? No, it cannot happen. Who tell you with mouth? It cannot happen. And you see they are doing it. These Fulani terrorists, they have taken large swaths of territories in the north. It's under their control. People are paying taxes to them in the north. But you don't hear all these things in the Nigerian newspapers. They don't tell you all this. They don't tell you all this. Now, let me ask you, do you think that it is easy to continue, this Fulani jihadism? Do you think it's easy to be fighting under one umbrella? Fulani is the only tribe in Africa that has a standing army. Standing army that doesn't take cognizance of country's territory. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know what it took them? Without the discipline, it can never happen. Without discipline, they couldn't have been fighting since early 19th century, 1804 till date. They have been fighting successively. Their fight for conquest, it involves discipline to their cause. And they have an ideology. That is why, like Saturday also, I will talk about continue on the ideology. Because we have no ideology guiding us. We Biafrans, we Igbos, we had no ideology. It is now that IPOB has made us to understand that Biafra is our ideology. I want you, if I'm talking, you continue, reasoning in what I'm saying. Today, I will take it easy because it will be brief. Are you hearing me? Do you understand the type of discipline that made Fulani to be like this till today? Fighting under one umbrella. Look at what we are suffering in this IPO. For this only a little more than 10 years. Look at what we are suffering. Some people want to, they come for money. They ego bahaka ego IPOB bahaka area in America. Akoya ya wara ako. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come and announce. Some of our money is with that man. How do you think that a type of people behaving in this way? How do you think that they will be together, fighting just a cause? A common cause. How do you think? How do you think so? Successfully. How? What matters to them is power. Let them be, even if they don't merit, they don't know anything, let them be in control. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sibling, they want to be in control. It is them or nothing, or they will destroy it. Either they're in charge or they destroy it. This is what the mission of Nigeria. And it is Gowon's policy. Gowon's agenda. He said if he had known that Igbo people are like this, he wouldn't have spent billions putting lives of Nigerians and other mercenaries in danger by bringing them to fight Biafrans. But he would have used a fraction of that amount and given to some Igbo people, just few of them, and they would do the job for him. Very beautiful. Is it not what is happening today? Now, our people, they cry. Is it not shameful? Is it not shameful that the cry we resemble the insult they give to us? What a low life. And we are watching it. It's unveiling in our presence direct. It's unveiling. Instead of supporting one way or the other your quota and joining and doing what IPOB, because IPOB has proven beyond reasonable doubt that we are genuine. Instead, the people want it is either them in control or they destroy everything. If some come for money, if they don't achieve that money, if they put confusion, no discipline. Don't you, Okwinengomi, the Fulani, for having innate? Hey, they are destroying us, they are killing us, hey, this and that also. Do you think it's easy to be organized like them? We are even both their politicians. They are flowing towards one direction. The political, the political part of Fulani, they are politicians. They are businessmen and women. They are farmers. They are headers. All of them are flowing towards one direction. Do you think it's easy? Lenai le motorcycle. Lenai. Selfishness. You see people that once I say it's either me in control or I destroy everything to show that without me they cannot do anything. That is primitive mindset. It shows people that are not matured enough. Are you hearing me? What do you think that after the war they put propaganda forcing people to deny Igbos to deny their identity? Well, why do you think so? It's important to Nigeria? In order to disorganize us. To continue. That is the worst thing. Is worse. The thing, what they did from 1970 till now is worse than what they did in the war. You can see in the war that, they kill us in large quantity. Yes. But the way they structured us now, they want us to go into self-extermination. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So they programmed us. And one of the worst mistakes our fathers, uncles, big brothers, grandfathers did is to stop that war the way it ended. And gullibly went back, say, one Nigeria. With all their hearts. That is the worst thing. I will continue saying this. If I confront veterans, if we reach that side, I used to tell them the same thing. Say, you people fought like lions, yes. But you ended everything like, I don't know, Amama or Wokbala. Gullibly. Going back, embracing one Nigeria, nothing, no reserve. They allowed ourselves, our ideology to be destroyed completely. And we went back and swallowed our vomit. I've been researching in similar situations all around the world. I've never seen people that behave like this. If you see, you can tell me, but I've never seen. People that fought this bitter war underwent genocide like this. And after, they went back. Not even with Kanu, no. That, as if nothing happened. They embraced back that thing they rejected, that thing that killed them, that thing that poisoned them. They went back and accepted it wholeheartedly, genuinely. Do you think that that's my metre? No. If say you say Kali, tribe in Africa that have a standing army. Shigumi say those terrorists are their warriors. And you don't read the meaning in all these things. Nigerian government, they don't arrest, they don't do anything. No. Because the people that you want to arrest, the people that you want them to arrest somebody, they are the people doing it. They are the people. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes an ideology in order to galvanize people together. After the war, because during the war, Biafra was our ideology. After the war, no more, everything was broken. No more ideology. The Fulani, they tried. Let me tell you, for the Fulani to be in the state they are, it wasn't easy for them. There was a clan in Fulani, a Fulani clan, not tribe, but clan. They are Fulani, but they have different clans. There is a clan they call Torobet clan. They are the people that subjugated and they fought civil war in their midst in order to galvanize. This thing happened in the 9th century, for your information. They fought a heavy civil war. This Torobet tribe, they were the Muslim extremists, because that time the Fulani, they were not Muslims. Not all of them are Muslims. Mostly it was this Torobet tribe, and it is the Torobet tribe that is now living mostly in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? The extremists. So they saw the future. In order to galvanize a community, a tribe, they said they must have tribe that is now living mostly in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? The extremists. So they saw the future. In order to galvanize a community, a tribe, they said they must have, otherwise they would have been having, breaches everywhere. So they had to bind themselves with one ideology, which is Wahhabism, Wahhabi Islam, which is what is holding them to death. And that is why it involves the discipline. It involves a loyalty. Sometimes collective interests can jam with your private interests. But always collective interest remains supreme. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It remains supreme. Because without we, there will be no I. Are you hearing me? It doesn't matter. We are in that zoo called Nigeria. It doesn't matter both rich and small, both young and old. If you are traveling outside, they give you one identity called Federal Nigeria passport. Do you see that? That is collectivity. What's supposed to bind people together? You are traveling under our collectivity. So anything you do against the country's flag is against collectivity. Do you see that? Sometimes the collective interests of a nation might collide with your private interests, but collective interests will overcome. That is how it is. When you look at America is great, America is great. Let me tell you, many people suffered for America to be great. There was a time America was using, during olden days, America used their American Secret Service. They used some of their citizens as guinea pigs for experiments, for different things. Those people, they died. Many of them died. Many of them suffered and in any way, in a very perilous manner. But that is collective interest. Do you see that? So that is how this thing goes. We cannot eat our cake and have it. We cannot be behaving, in this unorganized manner and want to be great. It's impossible. It's completely impossible. There is this issue of one of our sisters in Canada, which they have gone to court. Maybe because I caught somebody, but he told me they have gone to court today. By that time, it was not time anyway. And you are here, I see our people. You know, our people, they pumped up. That speed we used to hammer. No, we not agree. The same speed we used to forget. Just for that day. The following day, there's a guy like that. But IPOB, we are not like that. That's what we are trading ourselves to be. Not like ordinary Igbo man that behaves like that. No. We don't forget. Are you hearing me? We don't forget. They questioned our sister for reacting to stimuli. What has been happening to us for so long? Anybody can come and talk down against Igbos. It's not a problem. Do you know the reason? Because we don't care. Our people, I don't care. When you look at it, you say, anyway, Ndibo now, wow, leave him now, he talk against Ndibo. Asari Dokubo brought a gun on social media. Somebody that is not a military, somebody that is not but he brought AK-47s, not one, on Facebook, and threatened that he will kill the whole Igbo. I say all Igbos.
Hey everyone, Revo now here.
Our people, our so-called political elites, no action. I'm not talking about people coming to give just a lukewarm statement. Those that are calling for Igbos to be killed, wow, for now. You must stop what you are doing. No, that is not how to confront this thing. Something like this should be fought even right from head to toe. But our people, because let me tell you, we are defeated people in the war. And that is where my concern is. Because we shouldn't have allowed this. We shouldn't have allowed this. Look at the Fulani. They organize until today they have a standing army. Fulani. Do you think that since 1970, if a few of our people continued on guerrilla warfare, if they do it for 20 years, do you think that, it will not result into something big? Is that what you are telling me? We love life now. I know one. You see how we love life. That is how death is coming to us. That is the reality. How we love life. You know, I used to say this. Before I was thinking that when they say that Igbos, we love peace. Oh, we are peace-loving people. We are peaceful. I thought it was a credit. I don't know that it is a mockery. Later did we know that it is a mockery. In this world, if you are referred to as peaceful, you are gone. You are goner. You are dustbin. You are dustbin. You are a simple dustbin. That's the people. The people refer to, oh, these are peace-loving people. Now they know that you are gone. The people, what you are is a rag to clean shoes. Because anything that happened, although in the midst of wolves and lions and jackals, they call you peaceful. You are gone. You are gone. Nobody cares for you. Because anything that they say, now leave that one. No, this one now, we come and just talk to them and they will they will not do anything. They will forgive. Once you tell them, okay, we cry for them, say, forgive us, so we have killed 200 of you, just forgive us, so forgive. No, God used to forgive now. Yeah, God is a forgiving God. They will forgive. So they don't take us serious until IPOB came. Because everything they say, oh, remember you are peace-loving people, so don't make noise. Do you remember when the Abulado gas bomb that killed many of our people? I think it was something like 6-7 years ago. 2018, 19, something like that, or 20. Before you know, they'll send the Ohanese representative, chieftain, to come and address Igbo people that are mourning, that we are mourning. Those that lost their loved ones. And on in camera, the man started talking rubbish. I played the clip here. Maybe it will still be on Facebook, on social media or YouTube. You people should keep quiet, or we'll be in charge. We are peace-loving people. Are you hearing me? You people should be quiet. Yeah, yes, you love your loved ones, but you are not the only people that have loved the people before. Because Ndibo, what is killing you people is your mouth. He was talking to people, bereaved people that needs, comfort. He was talking to them, blaming them for their woes. Is it not the same thing our sister, suffered from Igbo politicians? They condemned immediately. House of Representatives, Nigeria. Immediately they go Igbo, Yohanes and Igbo, Peter Obi, all of them rose up. Let me tell you something. A slave is always very powerful against his own fellow slave. At least when he saw that at least maybe he's a house nigger, he becomes powerful against the field niggers. That is what is happening to the mentality of our people. Once somebody thinks that he's, sees himself eating and dining with the caliphate as a politician, or as a, let's say, wealthy person that has a political contact of politicians, no more. That is one bad character with our people. They will now use that person, start dealing. They can easily condemn our own people. No, it's not. But they will be seeing things, other people that will be coming and bashing, calling for genocide against Igbos. You don't see them. If they are talking, they will be talking to be politically correct. They will not call a spade a spade. They will be saying, there are some certain people, nobody should be talking to any Nigerian, because we are one people. They will not talk, they will not even speak in a way. But once it comes to their own people, they are the first to rise up and bash this, because they see him as a fellow slave. It's very, very bad. That is lack of ideology. We don't have any ideology binding us together. Nothing. It's only now that we have this IPOB one family. Biafra becomes our ideology. And that is what we are spreading. Because when we talk about Biafra, we talk about going back to our roots. It's all the same thing. Because we are thinking that maybe religion binds us together. No, sir, no, ma. Religion came and, shared us, disintegrated us into piecemeals. The same way you used to mold Gary and Akbo, mold them little by little, divide them, disintegrate them, so that you can be able to swallow. That is how religion disintegrated us. For your information. No single ideology that is binding us. That is why no loyalty, no discipline. Everybody is doing as he wants. Look at Kanu Meme. Casey Kanu. Look at Kanonta, all of them. Look at the way they are behaving. Since the rendition of our leader, look at the way they are behaving. That this struggle is their family business. To the extent they went and formed from Kanu family. Sometimes let it continue. No catastrophe. So that I now won the front of my no problem. They went and formed Kanu family. We made the population, Biafrans made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he is today. Because he go big. Without the population, he will be nothing. I am telling you. Yes, he revived us, but we also made him what he is. But the way the siblings started taking it to another level, everybody was shocked. So this is the mentality of these people. Is that the people we say we are going together, oh, we are IPOB one family, instead of respecting institutions so that we work hand in hand in synergy in order to get what we want, in order to even get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. No, their problem is who to lead. They must be, how can Nnamdi Kanu, after him now, they are the hair of the struggle. They are the hair to leading the struggle. Oh, don't you see this type of mentality? And the Nigerian government saw it. The DSS, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in DSS dungeon. Do you know one of the reasons even he has been there? Instead of being sent to Kuje, the DSS want to understand the mentality of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family. And, to understand even how IPOB is being run. Because anything that goes there or out of there, the DSS, no, remember they are secret police. Spies. They are spies. It doesn't matter, notwithstanding we call Nigeria a zoo, but it's a government. When they want to work, they do their work. They have the unlimited capability to do things. That's why they wire everywhere. These people, when they go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because of they are being blinded by greed, they continue vomiting everything. They don't know that the walls they are, the chairs they are sitting down, the walls they are watching on, the table they are putting their hands, everything is wired. Don't you hear when Ejimako was talking of recent, that they didn't know that they were, they brought a photo. They photographed him without his consent when he was talking, which means that even the AC there is wired. I laugh. I say, how can, so a lawyer don't know this? What a kindergartner should know. So he don't know, is that time he's knowing it? When you are being blinded by greed, by your ambition, you don't care any other thing. For me, the DSS have known everything. They have gotten every information they want concerning them. Are you hearing me? They don't have any job. That is why they sent Fine Boy now. They made a deal with him and say, okay, we want you to go and start, because the problem of this IPO, the head of this IPOB is in the diaspora. Go to Switzerland first, start from the beginning. That, make sure to disorganize that side. From there, other people in different European countries, be at Alato, because he's in work. So when we are suffering, you see that it is this type of character that is bringing us down. In the national, there's no national. Are you talking about criminals in our land? They want to float a big car, so they have to do carjacking now. They have to steal because of using ESN name. They have to rob and commit criminality using IPOB name. They will call you on phone. You have to. So how are you supporting Mazi Nnamdi? What are you doing to support that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should come out? What are you doing? Keep for us 2 million naira there. Otherwise, we burn your shop and your house. Okay. These are the people that they want to go in one lane. Sometimes that's why a little Fulani that is not up to 2% of Nigerian population is controlling everybody. People that has discipline. People that are disciplined to their cause. Everybody, every one of them is doing their own bidding. Is doing their own thing. All to the, to the advantage, to the benefit of their collective cause. The peasants, so once they tell them, oh yeah, go and be disrupting, go and be killing people, they go. They arm them, they go. Anyone that fall, others continue. You see, discipline. Their political class is defending them. All are doing the same thing. But in our own land, no way. Is IPOB that is trying to gather us together under one family, under one ideology. But still, you see, because of greed. Kanu, he has problem. They arrested him in the DSS. Do you think he went there to play? In carjacking, kidnapping, all. Because the person that they are dealing with, these are all these heavy criminals that are killing our people. Now, all of a sudden, he was secretly released, and no single news of this entered Nigerian newspaper. Don't you ask yourself that, look, nah, there is something to this. If really, imagine that really they are, working with IPOB, and this thing happened. Hey, I said CNN, we carry the news now. Because they will like to use it to tarnish the image of IPOB. But all of a sudden, this type of thing happened. He stayed almost 3 months in jail, in Nigerian jail, being questioned, being, interrogated, and he made a deal with them. It didn't leak to the press. They ordered the press not to write it because he's their man. They want to use him for more deadly mission. And that is what he is in. That is the recompense he has. Are you hearing me? Let me tell you, when you talk against these governors, these politicians, you people, Igbo politicians are bad, this and that, listen. They are not doing it because many of them are not doing it because they want to do it. Some of them are working under duress, through blackmail. That is how Secret Service works. Once they get you through one thing, either through one fraudulent activity, either maybe during your tenure in one office or the other, they saw that you committed fraud worth millions or billions of naira and dollar. Now they will come and meet you, say, oh boy, you know this thing. You can, we have every evidence. You will start shaking. You see the person start shaking. It is from there they will recruit him. Say, oh, don't worry, we are not going to do it. Don't worry, we are not going to reveal anything. If you promise to cooperate, and nothing more. Don't worry, we are not going to do you anything. We are not going to reveal this thing. But any day you shake your head, we tell you to do this, and you know that. And now they will empower that person because they will empower him, now manipulating him. He will be acting but under duress because of the blackmail. Because he knows that if he eventually refuses, his life is gone. Is it not the same way they manipulated Azikiwe? Do you remember? Azikiwe borrowed bad debts from, is it ACB, African Continental Bank? He was taking money. And without him knowing that British M16 wasn't, they arrange everything. They encourage him to borrow. Don't worry, even if you don't pay, no problem. And he borrowed to sponsor campaigns and other livelihoods and, lavish lives and all the rest. Now they called him. If you want to challenge Britain, they call him, they say, hey, we know you. Eh? You remember this? How much are you owing? Can you pay back? If we reveal this to the press, you are gone. You go to jail. Your image is tarnished. Inside jail, you will die of a heart attack, won't you? You become destroyed forever. You and your family, your generations. Nobody will care again about you. Are you hearing me? He started panicking. They said, don't worry, don't panic. Work with us. Work with us. If you agree anything we talk, you work. No problem. No person is going to hear it. And Azikiwe agreed. That's why they made him ceremonial president. He started deceiving our people with convoy that he is all and all. You know, our people are, Azikiwe instituted the ceremonial in our land. That's why our people are still lavishing, dying, being ceremonial. You will see Onye Patawa Obrego, an Igbo man. He will go and build a 3-meter high siege with 4 meters wide. See, no, it's Ndibo. It's Ndibo na Dubai. Ogakuwo Dodo. He will go and plait one thing as a cap and put in his head. Ceremony. For him, he will pay, not be money, he will pay some few people around him, give them money and everything. You know, that ceremonial person is what our people are looking for. They don't care about the reality facing them. Now, once that person gathers all those small little crowd that are cheering him on, a cheer chief, is Ndibo. Is Ndibo na Dubai. Hey, now he will now forget reality and be behaving that this is his own world. For him in that seat, he's more than even he is more than Bill Gates. He is more than Joe Biden. Who is Joe Biden? And when he comes out of that place, he will now face reality. But he doesn't care. That is what Azikiwe brought in our lives, ceremonial president. That's why, you see, Ezendibo, that was about 3 days ago. Ezendibo, Wajago remains in detention for 1 year, 5 months over allegation of bringing IPOB to Lagos. Sahara reporters. I put it on my timeline. I posted it. I know why I posted it. For people to Fondina Ezendibo na Kafanchan. Ezendibo na South Africa. You don't know that he's nothing. He's an entity. He's just ceremonial. That's a ceremonial personality. Instituted by Nnamdi. It has been haunting us. Ceremonial. Look at Ezendibo Wajago. Who remembers him again? But when you remember when you see him when you are seeing him in his seat, is it in Ajawa Estate? Hey, Ezendibo. Hey, Ezendibo. Hey, Gadio. Oneko. Or they call one way the whole Lagos. He don't know that he's nothing. Look at it. Does this not teach us lessons, please? Or they teach a lesson? It's nothing. It's nothing. Just like what Mazi said yesterday, or day before yesterday, on Saturday. You see somebody. Have you ever seen, how many times have you seen Tony Elumelu, on Facebook, on social media, or now in a nightclub? How many times? What of Dangote? Adenuga, do you see them? Do you see them behaving like, the way our people on social media behaving as but look at now. There is one emergency that will happen to them. You see them. The person you think that when kabigate ejidego na ya na ayozi ego atoro yego na church pastor nke adash ya yego oga by hilo because he will tell you I have sold everything I have. Yesterday on eko. Azikiwe instituted the ceremonial personality in our lives. That's what because he started it. He deceived our people. Instead of telling our people that or even rejecting that position. No way. Igbo man to reject him. Instead, let him be there. Acquire you would do or not deceive our people. But in reality, he knows that he is nothing. Ezendibo remains in detention for 1 year, 5 months. But today, who is going for him? The whole people netia onwa nna na-ekwu nna onwa ina ga-ade ina anana wa nchoncho ego. Where are they today? Where are they? Where are they? I had a thing through WhatsApp one time in one forum, where he was even lamenting from prison that nobody even cares for him again. Only his wife and his family are suffering. Oh, because one container battle like this, hey, yeah. Why are we deceiving ourselves, Beacon? Why? We need to be disciplined and loyal to a cause. We need to be loyal to our collective cause. That is the way. That is the way forward. Otherwise, nothing. We shouldn't go the way of Nnamdi Azikiwe, deceiving ourselves in the name of ceremonial personality. Oh, you are ceremonial president. Ceremonial president. Somebody that fought heavily for Nigeria to get Nigeria independent. They relegated him into being a ceremonial president. Why? Because he don't know politics. What matters for him is his personality, nothing more. Is it not what is happening in our land today? They go and form Omoma. Using it, say they are ESN. Started committing atrocities in our land. All in the name, in order one, to downgrade and to make IPOB fail, to blackmail the leadership. Any other the leadership of IPOB give, they will go and give contrary order. Start convincing people, deceiving people to act contrarily. This type of people, do they merit advancement? Answer is for you to answer. It's for you to answer. And we must continue supporting our sister. It's not IPO Biafra, yes, all Hindi, but we are all Biafrans. Because he replied what is in the mind of every woman. People, anytime we come and insult Igbos, to kill Igbos, no repercussion. And we go free. No, people that are working in Nigerian government, as politicians, Igbos, they will not bring it directly to the Nigerian government. Instead, they will talk so that in a political correctness, in order to satisfy their masters. We must be wise. We must be disciplined. We must be loyal to our collective cause. Are you hearing what I'm saying? These are things that are worrying us as a people. We are destroyed without no ideology guiding us. Because for a people to continue to advance, to progress, there must be an overall ideology. There must be a standard bedrock ideology guiding the people. That is why we are teaching going back to our root. If we are teaching this here on Radio Biafra and other spaces on the social media, some people are misunderstanding it. We are building there is no way you can restore a country into different America. It's not done. It's not done. It's not done. There must be a standard bedrock ideology that is guiding that people. Now, any other ideology will be as stranger. We will be welcome. Strangers are welcome, but they are not landlords. The same way in Dubai, you see that they build church. They allow Catholic church to build. All these Pentecostal churches, they allow them to operate in hotels because they know it's business. They don't come and say, no, don't hold. No, we don't allow. No. But it's a Muslim country. Don't you know that? So they have Muslim ideology as their bedrock. Because there is a way you will start passing, they will remind you, say, hey, remember here is an Islamic country, okay, Muslim country. So they will guide you back. Guide the back. Just like when a foreign aeroplane is intruding into another airspace. Without identifying yourself very well, they will send their jets to guide you. They will not start shooting now. They will guide you well. Say, oh yeah, pass like this, oh yeah, go your way, okay? That is how it is. Are you hearing me? So every country have bedrock ideology that is guiding them. That is what we are trying to build here. So that we don't restore a confused people, a country of confused, Biafra of confused people. Now do as you do, believe as I believe, and I believe. No. It doesn't go like that. There must be a sound ideology that is guiding all of us together. Number one, that place is a no-go area. Now from there, now we can welcome any other ideology, but to give him his position. Do you see that? That is how it works in every country. That is how it works in every country of the world. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That is how it works. There must be a bedrock ideology that is guiding. That is what we are trying to build. But some people are trying to see it as one thing or the other. No. Because we, since 1970, we had no ideology. They released us into space. Nigeria pushed us into space like animals. Go and behave as you want. Do you see that in Biafra land, in many parts of Biafra land, there is lack of Nigerian government. There is lack of government. Do you see that? Do you know that? There is lack of Nigerian government presence. Meaning, somebody will be killed. There is no report to be made. Because there is no place to make a report even. Even if you make a report, there is no follow-up. Nothing. Crime will be committed. So you see, people are virtually, in many parts of Biafra land, people are working on their community issue or community strength. Nothing. Accident will occur, no government presence, nothing. People will start calling for it's a community strength that we come. People will come and remove dead bodies. Those that never die, they can bring your keke bag. Let us carry this one to just like that. No government presence, nothing in many parts of Biafra land. So it is highly absurd. They left us to rotten. That is why our people, many of our people in our land today, are completely lost. They are rotten. Anyhow. And when it's no character, because no government presence. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So, we must make sure, in order to continue in this struggle, not to be distracted by those agents being sent in order to do their dirty job, just because they are under blackmail, because of their greed. They understand them. When Kanu family, when they go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they vomit to talk on nonsense, talk things that they shouldn't. They don't even understand that they are in DSS space. They are watching them. They look at idiots. Everything they want. Anything they want. If they want to bring out all their files, what they are doing, they will. They don't know. All their backhand dealings. Both the politicians that are giving them money, they don't know that they video them. Maybe they video them. That's why they can be manipulated. So when you are using sentiment, this is now is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother. Let me listen to him. The sentiment will kill you. In the same way, very curious monkey. He always dies in the hands of a dinta, in the hands of a hunter, because they want to come and watch it. Now what is that? Before you know, a bullet will hit the monkey. That is why I say stop being sentimental. They use sentiment. Mazi Chinas and review just smarting. We are just smarting. And I love what Mazi Patrick wrote in his timeline. He said, Biafrans, you people, are you ready to hear the can of worms? Some of you, there are things that will be revealed even in Iwalaga from this struggle. I'm telling you. Iwalaga also. That's why, on. But what I'm telling you is that guide your sentiments. This is no more a place where we have passed the sentiments. That's why if anytime I open line, people have been long time before we can come and threaten. I will do this. I'm going to be bridge. If you call my line, although everybody knows now, you can't come here and start threatening. Cut off, because that is bygone. If you want to do something, it's not on air, you will do it. You understand? We have passed the time of sentimentality. This is the time of reality. We should not cling to Azikiwe syndrome, ceremoniality, being ceremonial. You know, whereas the reality facing us is different. Amateur or judge. Is that how I think is how we say it? Amateur or judge. Whereas pretending. This is not time of pretending. This is not time for ceremoniality. This is time for reality. Therefore, we must take this journey, this restoration effort as our life. Look at how we are being treated. It has now, this. Why I'm loving this situation is this. What Nigeria is doing, it has come to, people have opened their eyes, even non-Igbos now. They say no, but it's no. The way we are treating Igbos, no, it's too bad. Igbo hatred is real. It's what one person said. So I'm loving it because the system of the Nigerian Caliphate, the hatred, they don't know about being political in their hatred against Igbos. Are you hearing me? They don't. So they are doing it in different ways, openly, so that other people that are even non-Igbos are catching it. Say no, this one is too much. No, the way we are treating Igbos, no, it's too much, it's too bad. People are saying it from different other tribes other than Igbos. So it's good. Let them continue. It's good. It's good. But we will not succumb to their blackmail. Never. There is this news headline. Sheikh Gumi say, bandits now think they are serving God by killing, abducting Nigerians. Islamic cleric, Sheikh Gumi. Is he not his warriors, those that he used to go and meet? All these are political talk. He knows them. He's saying he knows them. And he said the whole bandits, he said more than 90%, all they are, he said, in short, said they are all Fulani. There is no two ways about it. He has said so. He used to visit them. He protects them. He defends them. Do you ever see, I saw in a video, I think it was on Mazi Sanworu's timeline, where they overpowered, they killed Nigerian military and collected their armor personnel carrier, showcasing they ran away. Those that can go run. This is how they arm them. And do you see it? They will go and maybe after they will just leave the car, leave the armor personnel carrier and guns and every other equipment and run away, leaving them, giving them arms. That is how they give them arms. Now, where is the Nigerian Air Force? No, they are not available, aren't they? No, where all these Fulani terrorists are gathering all the time in the north, Nigerian Air Force, they don't know there. They cannot see there. Will they? But in our land, they can track any IPOB member. Don't you see the two? How can you think that in a place, in a country, where people are being treated like slaves, how do you think that there will be peace? No justice, no equity. And you think that there will be peace? You are lying. You are lying. Nigeria is going down the drain. The only thing is that my only problem is that our people, because of political, positions, they don't want to understand. They don't want to. They don't want to. For them, they are okay. Or because of the blackmail they are in, manipulated. They, our people. 1970, we took Nigeria. We swallowed Nigeria as our ideology. Whereas others have their own different ideologies together. They have them differently. It's only Igbo man that take Nigeria as, with all his heart. Let us be wise. Let us be wise, please. Because the way things are going, without wisdom, without being loyal to our collective cause, it will be highly difficult. I say it will be completely difficult. Nigeria's Justice Ministry spends 258 million to renovate toilets. Tinubu led the presidency, spends 250 million naira on decoration for First Lady's event. Others. That's it. That is a place where people are poor. The poverty capital of the world. This is a country you want us to continue being, where impunity is all and all. And who are committing these impunities? Mostly the Fulani, the Caliphate. The Caliphate. Let me check whether I can get this. I don't know this clip. There was a clip I saw where Brekete family said that no, the people that are yes, I've seen it. Let me play it before I open the lines. I will open the lines just for few calls, please. Listen.
For Nigeria, over 80% are not an Stephen. I can prove it to you anytime you are ready. Out of 100% money with and thief for Nigeria, over 80% are not an Stephen. I can prove it to you anytime you are ready. Some other people from other regions, they don't get courage to thief money for government without a northerner. Now then go give them say go. Because an average person believes say government money, if you carry and not be thief, you thief. Make I talk and the way it be so that if adjustment go happen, make it happen.
It not go happen. No adjustment. Nothing. That is it. That is Brekete family, you know. Except for Nigeria, 80% of thieves, people where they thief Nigerian money, now northerners. You can say no person, no other ethnicity can thief, have courage to steal without northerners backing him or her. It's impossible. But look at Emefiele. Is it not Emefiele they are shoving up and down? The whole people, people that have been sentenced, convicted of money laundering and fraud, mostly in Britain, they are mostly Biafrans. No Fulani there. But they are the people committing imagine Nnamdi Kanu said it now. He said our Igbo politicians, they are thieving money in the safe. But Fulani, they will go and they will steal the case, the safe. They will steal it. Carry everything. Everything is. They will steal it. Even steal the house, the bank house. It's uprooted. But who are they coming against? Who are they going for their heads? For the Igbos. Because they are the weak. We are being. That's why when I remember that the war stopped in 1970 and our people stopped. went back to embrace one Nigeria. It pains me. Every time I remember that, it pains me. And I have asked this question, why did this war end like this? And everybody said, no, people were just talking, I mean veterans. No person can give clear anything. Oh no, that time, hunger won't kill us all, this and that. I said, no, we have 1 million justification for failure. It's not what I want to, no. That's not the reason. That's not, if freedom is really, I mean, we really need freedom, we wouldn't have stopped. No people, even it baffles some foreigners. How did we stop? Catalonians were waiting for us for more than 8 years. They are still waiting that, look, the Biafrans will make contact. More than 8 years after 1970, they were trying to get contact, say, where are these people? How did they disappear like this? No single nothing. No sign of life. We must get it right, oh. We must get it right. We must protect Biafra, this struggle, with all our might. We must not allow anything, it doesn't matter who, in order to derail us. IPOB should not be another Masobo. IPOB should not be another Masob that they made to Leo was now on Nanke or Joboya. This year go always now. Oh, geometry na Biafra. Is that what you think that we solve our problem? Is that how you want IPOB to go? How is a family affair? Biafra. Now, wow. Okay, see you next year for our anniversary. For May 30th. Abiakwa uniform, may of my sheer rice, may match pass, may invite Hamza Mustafa. Obviously, yes, you are doing your Biafra very well. It's okay. May na Kanu house or Ruzie Aromayo for my Romazie semi stadium. Ebano name match pass. Canon na or uniform, Yamana take a salute beside his brother. His brother take his here. Yeah, what is your IPOB? See, ban. If we do it, which means we are the most lost people on earth. Cannot happen. That's why we must continue in this struggle. I will go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. I will be right back. I will be right back, please.
To my family. It belongs to all of us.
Yes.
IPOB does not belong to me. Biafra does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to my family. It belongs to all of us.
Yes.
IPOB does not belong to me. Biafra does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to my family. It belongs to all of us.
Yes.
In 1992, they realized first
Okay.
I told you now in 1992,
Okay.
they realized first, for us to control people, we first have to reduce their population. Okay. Because you cannot control 8 billion people under your rules. They decided and realized the first thing they have to combat population is to control the food. Because you control the food, you control the masses. And that is why you'll notice in this country that a majority of policies that have been happening for the last 10 years are policies that will ensure no one can be able to farm, and it will all lead to what we call complete takeover of food and agricultural practices from individuals to the globalist organizations. Let me make it clear. Their main objective is to control food and food production. So the best way to control food and food production is to ensure production of food is in their hands. But these people are so smart, and they realize the only way to do it is not by force, but through policies. So what do? We have to create policies in all these different countries that will ensure we are the guys controlling food. And they started with food production. Today, in this country, a majority of the food we eat are GMO food. These GMO seeds are controlled by the same globalists I'm talking about. The biggest companies in the world, Monsanto, Cargill, DuPont, they're the guys who own all these seeds. During Kiunjuri's time in Uhuru Kenyatta's government, they brought in policies that gave those companies power in this country. They brought in policies and they were able to patent their seeds in this country today. Obina, in Kenya today, it is a crime to share organic seeds with my neighbor. If you're my neighbor and you need seeds to plant, it is a crime for me to give you my seeds, which are not patented. But who are the people who are owning these patented seeds? It's the globalists. So they can decide whether to sell it to you or not to sell it to you. And they'll decide to sell at their own price. GMO seeds are what you call terminator seeds. Once you plant them, you can never replant them.
Sure.
So you have to go back to the supplier and buy from him at his price. Today we are there. How did you reach there? Go and do your research. Check how much a kilo of GMO tomato seeds are. A kilo. The cheapest is 10 million shillings. Go and Google. Best quality is about 70 million shillings. Google. The information is out there. So they are taking us to a direction that will ensure in the next 5-10 years, there is no farmer who can afford to do farming. Look at the games that was played here with fake fertilizer. Can you anticipate the food shortage that will be here by end of the year? Out of 100 farmers who've done farming this year, Oga, how many will be able to plant next year? Look at the laws that are being put. The other day they proposed another bill, to have a bill that anyone who is engaging in agricultural practices must have a certificate or a degree. So what does that mean?
Wow.
You cannot do farming without a certificate. 2 days ago, they introduced another law. It's called the Livestock Bill 2024, which was tabled by Kimani Ichung'wah on Friday. It says it is going to regulate livestock production and livestock input and production in this country. Number one, it will ensure any person is not allowed to process or to produce animal feed without certification from them. And it has a fine of 500,000 shillings. You cannot produce your own food and even sell to your neighbor. Number two, it stipulates it will give regulations to all inputs. Inputs, I'm talking of food, I'm talking of medication, everything. We will have a guideline. And if you use anything other than the input, you feed them what they don't want you to feed them, there is a fine of 1 million shillings or 2-year jail term. Number three, it proposes introduction of new institutions to govern this activity. There's what we call Livestock Marketing Board. There's what we call Livestock and Livestock Product Organization. There's another one called Veterinary Vaccine Organization, all to control this affair.
Kimani Ichung'wah tabled it.
In addition to that, because you will need licenses to do all these activities, it is proposing to create institutes where people need to go, learn, and have certificates. We'll have the Livestock Institute, we'll have the Beef Production Institute, we'll have the Dairy Production Institute, we'll have the Beekeeping Institute, and we'll have the Vaccine Institute. So all those are resources, but all those are pillars to ensure this thing is implemented. So tell me, how many people will be able to do livestock farming? And this livestock farming, it regulates cows, goats, sheep, bees, chicken, pigs, even camels. To whose interest is it? 2 weeks ago, they had brought in another policy to say that all freehold properties, neighboring towns, should now start paying levies. How do you define a town? A town is defined as an area with a population of about more than 2,000 people. Do you know in Kenya, any town is any market is same as a town because it has 2,000 people and above. So it means basically the entire country, there will be no longer what you call freehold titles. You will be forced to pay what? Levies. So how many people will be able to pay? It means in the long run, a majority of Kenyans will lose their land. They proposed again to transfer powers from the National Land Commission to the minister. So the minister will decide every 10 years, the minister will decide the levies you're supposed to pay on your property. So it is gearing towards the agenda of land takeover and food and food production takeover. But it's like the government does not understand where they're being led to. And these policies are not policies implemented here. These are policies given to us by these organizations, globalist organizations. These are policies pushed towards this country by these organizations to their main advantage. And the main advantage is total takeover of food production and land. So once they take over your land and they're the ones selling you food, they're saying before 2030, an individual should not eat more than 16 kilos of meat. Before 2030, an individual should not eat more than 90 kilos of dairy product in a year. They are saying before 2030, motor vehicles should be reduced in the sense that only 200 cars must be shared with about 1,000 people. So it's a big agenda and it's heading towards the 2030 agenda. But Kenyans are still sleeping, Oga. Most of these politicians who are implementing and passing these bills do not even read those bills. So it is time our politicians need to wake up. Roles of MPs are oversight, legislation, and representation. Those three. So once you take over all that land, because Kenyans are not able to afford farming, Kenyans are not able to plant or keep cattle or own land, what do? You need to relocate them. And that is why the government is building new housing projects. These politicians forget that they are also in the menu. You know, they think they're on the table. Yeah. They are also in the menu. And in fact, it will be more painful for them because most of them are the ones stealing and buying huge chunks of land.
Suffering from multi-poverty. Recent data from the National Bureau of Statistics of Nigeria shows that more than 133 million Nigerians are suffering from multidimensional poverty. That's about 63% of the country's population. Meanwhile, the number of youth engaging in drug and substance abuse has surpassed 10.5 million mark. Well, let's discuss these issues now with our Nigerian correspondent, Tesem Akende, joining us from Jos. Tesem, good afternoon. Thank you for your time here on today. So the levels of poverty seeming to be deepening in Nigeria, with about 63% of the population said to be suffering from multidimensional poverty. That's a very dire situation. Just break down the numbers for us.
Yes, indeed. It's really a disturbing situation here in Nigeria. And looking at the causes, we've been really disturbed as well. We're looking at the causes. Insecurity is one of them. Nigeria is battling an insurgency. Many people, according to the United Nations Refugee Agency, 3.2 million were displaced, and many of them were farmers who had family members. I mean, it's been so much of a bad situation because livelihoods have been lost. So the whole cycle, the whole situation has really been bad. So these are really the issues. And so looking at, and of course we've had flood this year. So a lot of people farmlands washed away, many are displaced. The UN said over 2 million were displaced. Of course, they've started living IDP camps now, but indeed it's been a very sad situation. People, so it's really, the issues are multidimensional. So yes, it's a sad situation, really.
Yeah, Tessam, is there an idea that the pandemic has worsened matters, like in other parts of the world?
Yes, of course, the pandemic had its place because, but of course the government waded in with soft loans and microcredits.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our low province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 2nd day of September 2024. Therefore, our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. Remember, we must continue in this struggle. We must continue in order to be at alert. We must continue to guide this struggle, and we must continue maintaining one ideology, which is Biafra. Because before now we had no ideology, and that is what they use in disturbing and dividing us into piecemeals. And that is what they are also trying to use now in order to make sure that we are scattered ideologically, using our own people, that is Gowon's agenda, using it in order to trouble us. Caller on Mazi Ugo, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi Ugo, can you hear me? Just hold on. There we'll go on, please.
Okay. Mazi, my big brother Mazi Jonathan. Mazi, am I coming out clear?
You are. Go on. You are.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi. This is your brother, Ugo, calling from UK. And I appreciate Biafrans all over the whole world. And only into Asemende will be had to continue to power you. Mazi, I will digress a little bit because we have to start speaking to our people and speak sense into them, because there's a lot of things here. Now, I want to ask one question, because in the history, Amoteku was unveiled by the Westerners to safeguard their land. I want Biafrans to tell me, when she no Amoteku fake now, but say another Amoteku, and when she no the answer is no. And when she no na patra say na Amoteku another guy in the one does on Azariani, but he remains one Amoteku na guided their land and all has secretly. And when she no Hisba police patra so no. Now when another Hisba police, but Hanon are not may destroy property be and buy, and when she no when fake Hisba police, the answer is no. Now look at the ESM, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu form to safeguard our land, a kidnap by Igbo politicians. All kumunai potakwara na azumoma biha hana babutu munna. They are listening to my voice. Ndi na ebu munne gebu nde Fulani. Ha bugi butu munne gi. So nde Fulani abia kwara ga hana ahoge. It is stupid. I am Abraham Ekementi this night. I come to address them. Lema wage. Obrugodi na enwe ko shede today na Biafra la na shi na ndi Igbo agwula. Do you think Nanda Fulani got the happen? Go and give Buegwe, now when we go home, get a war in our village. It's a gila bidala. Now blackmail ESM, let up our land. Go and give the Buegwe Wana. My healer, maybe your jaw. In our Babu Shumunegi, because hope was of the Martinegi, therefore my Hitinegi, get a galley, get Chumunegi, then get the Fulani, all we have charter, so Hana Leggy, Ha bataziga so wonder it will flow. Let me tell you, these people get one example ya Mesle. Buhari dilie, Buhari use the Mesle. Zero luto CBN dry. Kayamechna. Ye tiga Mesle. Every signature wala Buhari signing. But to get it come after corporate hash no Mesle signing ya. Mesle na Buhari metro today because someone Igbo. Mesle is an Igbo man. What I may like, what I motion that motion that kind of problem, okay. But today, Hajina area. Yo, don't way give on listen again, Mama, woman na village. Don't way. I'm going to take the neighbor. I want to join. I got blood. While I will okay, man. Organization no wala no na Nigeria duplicate region security. Okutana soso le ko ESMS and form. Gina bu munegi get patagena na hamu sen na ibe. Somebody is na sigi te bo one nen ya video champion. Ibre ah go wo kechuku. Na gije gba wo ahia wo chukuma. Gije gba buye na so mama. Chineke na-assign n'aka ndị Igbo ọgwụ, then so be it. There's no problem about it. Now, let me go to one night in Canada. Mazi, I am digressing. I get me one night ahụ. Democrat Donald Trump. You know why? Ha brought Donald Trump ebubo niile. Ma ikpe convince ya as a felon. The day he better fundraising here immediately. Fundraising Donald Trump area. Why am I saying all these things? I got our people in Canada. Children one night why join our court. Judea. Let me tell you. The reason why you hold that in Canada this lady arrest because these senators and these people like Peter Obi have Kelano. Come, I respect by the no, the reason why Japan Igbo World Congress now would have those criminals, they've gone for good. Since Abraham, when it is halala for good. Here we're there. The reason why you have made this girl I question him, I know but all because rep that is why I had you, but if not, all here on social media now. Man, Chineke na show to America. Only evidence I can see the Canadian government le pay high na pass through. Naka these people. So why can you leku? Don't one night why? Chana only Judea. Le tungota shebi even my here. Yes. All the evidence here. You wrote there on a court 100 people. George Gashi, but this lady, oh no, here and a motor. Nobody really Judea. Then when something. I want to Britain. On here. How supposed to do? Wait a minute. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, now this girl, can you hear me? What did you do? Now, okay. She no time, man. You never play on the name. Or what's him? I want them. What's him? I was like, you know, could we hear she? Hashina Haga and I left our children. They will take their life. All that happened. Mazi, give me this opportunity.
There were Mazi. There were. Caller on direct line. Please go on.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, go on, Mazi.
Yes, good evening, all directors of state. Good evening, all ministers on the pulpit. I really got an inspiration, or should I say, an observation from what you just made as a clarity in this, in quotes, what he said about absence of Nigerian government in the eastern areas of the place they call Nigeria. Now, I was looking at that. I was not asking a question. I wanted to find out something. The absence of the Nigerian government in the presence of the eastern area, is it as a result of Nigerian government really not having the interest of the Easterners, or is it because the traditional rulers, predecessors, I don't know how to put the right full in English, who have known the foundation of the earth from ab initio, who have all the principles of how to get it right, like Ekumeku warriors and the youth of those days in the Igbo land, who have the opinion rightfully chosen to protect the people. Now, is it not because the traditional leaders have hands off that these children of 13 years, 14 years in Ohanese in 1976 to rule over them? Because I really want to get there. I know you are trying to make a picture of what Britain have succeeded in, reinstating here in eastern areas. But if you look at it also, those of them in the outside world will understand where you're coming from, how they are messing up with us. But the rightful people, I want to know who are the rightful people who allow these people to come up making use of us, not allowing us to make use of our own traditional rights and traditional administration to make sure that things are got arrested, evil things are got arrested in the eastern areas. So that's my question. I said, okay, let me find out from you if you can please touch that, because I realize that it is the traditional leaders that have messed everything up. You see a traditional leader bowing down for one idiot local government chairman, the Sultan of Sokoto cannot bow down for Trump. He cannot bow down for Bigot. He cannot bow down for even useless Amechi or maybe Wike. So I want you to get the picture of my question, sir. So that's the question I just have.
There, well, I did. Okay.
This mayhem or not. Thank you.
Okay. You are calling on direct line. Let me say something before people are waiting. When you come to the Nigeria setting, in a country, everything, every other institution, and not only a country, a republic, every other institution must be under the central government. A republic. That is it. The absence of government in the East is voluntary. It's done voluntarily. It is an agenda. There is no way you can carry it and give to a traditional ruler. No, they don't want the government. No. Why didn't they? What of a military? The military cantonments and military barracks in our land? That is the only government presence. They want us to rotten, ruined. In any place where there is no government presence, it is you are just giving the people the open hand, just like go and rot. You got no control. The most powerful kill. The might remains right. Once they made it that the way they structured our place, they made it that look. Once you have contact with a Nigerian military, that's a Nigerian military, any military personnel, which is mostly Fulani or Hausa, a Northerner, as an Igbo man. Now you feel powerful. For somebody owing you 1 month house rent, you go and collect a military and come and throw his properties out. No rule of law, nothing, no rules and regulation. You don't pass through any. If that person, to that tenant, maybe you call military, he will go and call a major general as his friend. That is how they want us to be. So you see that there is no rule of law in our land. What they want our rule of law to be them. They become law in our land. Once you have contact with a Nigerian police, just a police officer or a military personnel, you are the law. That is the way they structured our land to be. Nothing. In any place where the people does not succumb to any control, national control, organization and regulation, the people perish. And yeah, you hearing what I'm saying? You know, anybody will be doing as he wants. That's why people will be killed in our land. Nothing, no report. Who are you going to report to? Yes, you put on WhatsApp message. Now wow, they kidnapped my mother. CEO, now wow, and I know the person that did it. May I tell her, may leave me alone now. I have paid him ransom. So what he want again? You know, you see that there is lack of government. He's now appealing to any person that can help him. Normally, it's only government. Everything comes from the government. The rules and regulation, law and order come from the government to implement it. But in our land, nothing. They make it open. So that once you see either you have small little money, now you buy contact. Or through your friends and brothers or siblings, you have contact. From there you become powerful. There is no equality, no justice, no rule of law. Any person you want, if you can, you got one nigga here and there is nothing. If just like you can buy every other people, as long as you have the money. That is how they structured our land. For us to so that our little children, nothing, they will be behaving as they want. Criminality, prostitution, drug abuse, killing, murder becomes the order of the day. That is how the Nigerian government structured our life. But we must continue fighting back. That is why we need Biafra. That is why we need Biafra. Now, caller on Mazi Akas, you have been here since, 15 minutes. Mazi Akas, can you hear me? Please go on.
To remain strong and continue to, be consistent in what we are doing. Mazi, I'm hearing myself. I don't know, maybe it's from me or from
No, it's okay now. It's okay now. It's okay.
Okay. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB, Austria National PRO. Mazi, you said maybe for a long time I've not been calling on radio. No, it's because of the changing of our works. We, the IPOB, those that are really born to do what we're supposed to do in this freedom, we are fighting for. We are engaged with our works. We have families, and we are working. And from there, we can be able to support a freedom we are fighting for. But the truth is that I keep on listening, even when I didn't meet up. I'm just coming back now, but I said no. I have to try to, speak my mind concerning what is happening in our land, which is very necessary. I want to let us know that just as you spoke where I started listening from you, the evil these people are committing in our land is unbelievable. And one of our brothers said, who called out the first time, he said, and have you ever seen where they said they have another created Moteko in Yoruba land, another Hisba in Fulani land? No, it's not possible. It is only in Igbo land they can use another Igbo man to create artificial something and be calling it the same thing that as an original. But the truth is that our people knows the truth. If we did not start exposing the evil of this, agent provocateur, right from beginning, begin to disassociate IPOB from the evil these people are committing, by now our people might misunderstand what we are fighting for. But thank God that today people knows exactly what is happening. And even the so-called politicians, those of them with their right mind, those of them that really understood what IPOB stands for, they know the truth, and they know that what is happening in Igbo land today is being created by the Nigerian government, sponsoring by the Nigerian government, to make sure that insecurity will come in Igbo land. But as a Chukwu Kabiama is in charge, we are doing the needful. We are at the top of, difficult time, temptation time, but it is only those who their mindset and their, and their frontal, their mindset, the way they reason, being intact, can be able to understand what IPOB is passing through. Those of us that we are born to be a freedom fighter, even when we are in our mother's womb, those of us that still remain in IPOB to this time around, at this time, even as we are speaking on Radio Biafra, standing strong, supporting GOS to make sure that this IPOB will not be corrupt. Mazi, there's no how enemy will win in what we are doing, because we have made up our mind that there is nothing that will stop us to make sure that Biafra land will be liberated from Nigeria. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We will keep on supporting this struggle. We will keep on doing what we're supposed to do until the enemy will leave us, because Nigeria, we have looked it up and down and trying to look into it left and right, and we have saw right from the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe to today, we are only being a slave in Nigeria. This is why when any country you go all over the world, you find Biafrans, searching for green pastures. While the milk and honey is in our land, we leave our land and run away to go and suffer in another man's country. And the people we run to is exploiting our land, taking our oil and gas, diamond, gold, everything in the land. They are ripping it off. Enough of this thing, enough of this madness, enough of this exploitation from the Europe, and enough from all this evil that is being committed through Nigerian government in Biafra land. They're trying to make sure that our Biafra land is being completely rejected. Anything that is seen happening in Biafra land today is being made by us. We do it on our own. The houses you see we are building at home, we did it on our own. We have no seaport, we have no airport. There's no federal government. Anything that brings federal government activities in our land, you cannot find anything. Nothing. You land to Lagos, you flew again from Lagos to your state, or you land in Abuja. From there you flew again, you lodge in hotel. And at the end of the day, we are booming the economy of Lagos State and Abuja, while our homeland. Why can't we fly direct in our land? And they say we're in the same country. You don't want to treat us the way you treat other people, and you want us to remain in a country that have rejected us. When we talk, you will kill us. When we talk, you will jail us. And you say, Mazi, it's better until even if you remain one person, let that one person continue, because I believe that every Biafrans, every man, higher than one, when we die, we reincarnate ourselves into several places. Of when you want to be in reincarnation again in maybe 5 or 4 places. These are people that you killed when you stabbed their children. They died over 3.5 million children, inclusive with the adult and women. Let's say up to 7 million. But today, they are up to 80 million population. How do you think you can kill these people? It's not possible. And if no forces can be able to erase the Igbo race, or they possible, because Chukwuokike Abiyama is in our fair, is in everything we are doing. Mas, I want to digress before I will come to my conclusion this evening. Okay, Onya, this idiotic people are not say how one them Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ne butere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have have suffered in this struggle, educate our people for us to know what we're supposed to know concerning how Nigerian government has kept us since we are born. To the extent one name can corrupt all his hand into criminality at Oyanga for over months. Nigerian government hid it. They didn't want anybody to know. Now they release it and they send him in assignment. Mazi, I am begging every coordinator, every IPOB coordinator here in Europe. It doesn't matter, even in Asia, all over the world. What we did to Ekweremadu should be a test play. He came in assignment. Aubrey Onezi Eshi Greye. Ebo Onya we lock no nostra here. I'm with here. Aubrey nonsense. Oge regretted the last day on Trome Nostra because he wait the only opener. If really he really come for a good reason, why can't he go to the DOS, whatever message he has? Why can't he go to the DOS and discuss any matter he came with? Why going to national coordinator, see he should call people for him to tell them one or two things? Lying upon lying upon lying. Ego Nigeria government is not enough. Get a send the gear here. Chuku mekwari e break. I want here. Okoribu okachine ke boyo. Mazi many families lose go munne ha. Also some Nnamdi Kanu lose nne. Families have died in this thing we are doing. And even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop us in what we are doing. Oputechi which he knows. He has told us. The next person behind him should bring him down. He's our leader. He's our spring leader. He can't stop us. Even when he was in USA, that IPOB does not belong to him. IPOB does not belong to his family. That IPOB belongs to all of us who has paid with our blood. I am on a family business. Because the more they are doing this thing, the more they are provoking us. Nnama akapati ija obra na Switzerland. Yesu go back last year bushi. Akapati any other place here in Europe. Oga no the Mazi. Even the one open now. I think he's listening. Oh no, but we are not happy of this character they are playing in this struggle. Here over their family business. Also, so much Nnamdi Kanu lose. I ain't telling the lose go family in this struggle. Mazi, may God bless you.
There were Mazi. There were. Of course, we must cut this struggle. It's not a family business. Never. If it's a family business, do you think I will come and start wasting my time? Nekuna radio. Neku. His business. No. But I saw that I have a stake in it. And I reasoned, I said, now, what we are suffering, I am part of it. I'm part of the suffering in Nigeria. Yes. All of us. That's why. It can never happen. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hi, Mazi Jonathan, I can hear you if you're
There were Mazi. There were.
Yeah, my name is Osi Ndeji. I am calling you from Canada. And
there were Mazi, there were, please. Yeah. If you have a news about even that our sister Maka, you let us know also if you have.
No news, because I have not been around, but not an excuse. Now I heard contributors here talking about it. I will go and find out where Canada is very big. Depends on which side. I'll find out where that woman is.
He was in Toronto. I think I had a cut this in today, 10 o'clock. Cut out.
Okay, Toronto is 5 hours from where I am. 5 hours flight from where I am. So, okay. We'll look into that more. You always you say no eulogy, but we have to continue. That's where we are trained. You guys try so much. Somebody who says to have a wedding is too easy. To try and do child education and see how it feels. That's a proverb from our people. And like you said, we are all suffering about. We're all partaking in Nigeria and our people suffering in Nigeria. Let me, before I go on to what I have to let our people know that this word they tell you, also all article is the deceit, all collective. We are there together, collective. Biafrans. We have to fight it in collectively, not missing. So let me go straight to what I was saying. Some people, like some contributions here have said, Ndi Igbo connived and arrested Nnamdi Kanu. I know our people may have, some of them may have been used for some finishing job, but our people should understand that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu is beyond all global power. And so, can you have to now? These people, what power you know that has interest in Nigerian resources are involved in the kidnap. Even Nigeria and Kenya is just a house nigger. Sorry to use that word. That's what happened. Having said that, actually, our people should. I know many Igbo people, if not, whether you believe in Biafra or not, have seen today that Nigeria is not a place for us. But it's not enough. It's not enough. They have to actually support IPOB through DSN. They must support. And there's something one of our leaders said the other day. I don't want to call name. The man said it, but I have said it in another platform, but I want to say it here. That means one of our leaders said, anything they give us, we take. That is, I think that's the wrong statement. If it is overlooked, they should correct. We are looking for Biafra, not anything they give us. If they are doing their journalism, okay, good for them. Biafra is the reason we are here, and that's the reason many of us has died. That's the reason our leader Nnamdi Kanu is here. And another thing is the most problem our people have is 15 minutes memory. We're always talking on the day Biafra. We do something, hey, tomorrow you don't need nobody. We don't do something. Many of them or many of us don't do something to a logical conclusion. That is why this RPOB is surprised. Even Nigerian politics, Nigerian leadership, they're even surprised. The word itself that these black people, that's because when I watch the film Root, it says one man said here, they both said, these black people are just like children. They can never do anything for themselves. So that thing opened my eyes so well. Bro, so I hope I'm not wasting much time here. I'm not wasting much time here. Another thing, I have just two other things to say. I think I don't know how it's going to be done, but I think it is time. Even though Nnamdi Kanu, in one of his programs, he said, if you don't support this Biafran restoration, you cannot enter Biafra after restoration. I think IPOB should look into this and see how it's going to be implemented even now. While we wait for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, even now, that we have to make sure that if there's a way anybody can bring this, how it's going to go through, so that every Igbo man will support this struggle. It doesn't matter whether you're for or against. All these are people who have a lot of money spending, building 1 billion, 1 trillion houses in Kanu, Lagos. They must be compelled at this point. That's my suggestion, though. It's a suggestion. Lastly, one matter. It's also important, in my opinion. You know, before I came to Canada, I thought I was going for greener pasture. I never realized I was running away. I didn't know until now. I think it's important to have a program in IPOB, Biafran Radio per se, to educate people about the negativity of this running away, this Jabba syndrome. It's a very bad thing. You own nothing abroad. Your well-being looks like plastic smile. Yeah, system here is good. Does not mean it's better than where we come from. The only thing is we have no system that is working. And that's why I bring, even though Nigeria is bad to us, why is it that we need to compel Biafra governors in Igbo to start building Igbo into their own capacity? It's not about Nigeria that stopped them from building our road. It's not Nigeria that stopped them from, hiring the people as they can. The small thing they can do. I don't trust Nigerian politicians. People have said about Lex Yochi. I know he has done so. One thing I know he achieved in other states is these Fulani men, especially where I come from, and Umunochi local government. At least that one I know. If there's anything he's doing, why not all these other people do? Just small. Just small. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. This is the contribution I have. In case you have something to do, say about this, and I appreciate your good job. Thank you.
Okay. Let me see. This caller I've been calling. Please, Mazi, can you hear me? Oh. Mazi, can you hear me? Please use 2 minutes. You have been calling since. That's why I pick you. Otherwise,
Okay.
I am at the verge of closing. Please, 2 minutes maximum.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mazi Chinedu. Man, I listened to the broadcast of Chinedu. I've been down since then, to be honest with you. Here's what I want our people to understand. I hope everybody else have the same kind of, the way I feel. Nnamdi Kanu did not force me to start listening to him and to buy into what he's doing. It was out of my own volition. And because I believe in what he was doing. Okay? So, my ultimate loyalty belongs to the ideology that he's proffering. My ultimate loyalty is to that ideology, which is ideology of Biafra first. Biafra first ideology. Igbo first ideology. Followed by the leadership, the DOS leadership. My ultimate loyalty is the DOS leadership. That's the way I early on. My ultimate loyalty is not to Nnamdi Kanu. Is to the ideology and the leadership he has set up, which is the DOS leadership and the Biafra ideology. Everything else, whether it's a family or a group or a subgroup or individuals, are subservient to this leadership and this ideology. I am not somebody who follows a cult personality. I'm not interested in any cult personality. Like I said in this, once said in this platform that I became so happy about IPOB because that's the only black movement that has been different from so many other black movements in the past. Because other black movements in the past were built around a cult personality, so that once that personality was eliminated, the movement just collapses. I gave examples of I gave examples of Marcus Garvey. I gave examples of Thomas Sankara. There's so many examples here among black people. I don't want that. Only behind there every email will cult personality around Nnamdi Kanu and his family. I am none of that. And I wish that, because Otuchina Sanwo-Chue said that question is not, this is just a hearsay that Uchenna Okorafor say that na siblings of Onyendo see that only the siblings culture also. I wish Nnamdi Kanu is available to let us know exactly. Does he know what his siblings are doing? Is he in support of it? Is it true that he said that he doesn't trust anybody in the leadership except his family? This is bothering me, man. Because I really no, I don't. He's not a god. Yes, I'm so grateful for Nnamdi Kanu and his sacrifice. He's a hero. But he's a hero because of the ideology I believe that he's pursuing. Anything outside of that ideology is not a hero to me. You know, can you open our thing and okay because I come here a fugitive from away from Nigeria Cambo. Because I was hoping that this was gonna create an avenue for me to finally bring my family back with pride to my homeland.
Mazi, it will.
Family capture
Mazi, it will. Let me tell you something, Mazi, before you go. You know, there are certain things you put one and two. When you listen, when you check at the beginning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's travel, that is the rendition, 2021. Mazi, it was absurd when you confront the leadership. They didn't know that even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya or traveled or, you know, he was renditioned. The day Mazi Chinedu had it is the day I had it, that he was renditioned from Nigeria. Through the same platform, I'm telling you. So it is absurd. So what you are saying, it is what you don't know what we, you know, just we like journalists, we queried the leadership to the extent that we become Kawazi. You know, I'm telling you this. So why should we internal meeting? So what are you telling me? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went and didn't tell, what are you? Are you not a DOS? Then you people are deceiving us or is he deceiving us as a kitchen cabinet? You made you people kitchen cabinet? Mazi, what I'm telling you, it didn't augur well with anybody. People, all these things, when you get na history. I am telling you, okay, when some things I get revealed like this, people will not even believe it. So that is the thing. So, but let me tell you something. Nobody should ever be discouraged with anything. The IPOB, it has come to stay. It's an institution. That is the beauty of it.
Yes.
It is we that we can, you know, it is we that can make it to retain the institutionalism it is. You understand me? Because when you become discouraged, when you know, it seems also that you are guilty of what you are trying to run away from. That you don't want to be in a place whereby once the person, the initiator goes down, everything collapses. It is not, you know, we are in this, but we are new, we are learning, all of us. Because, you know, when you look at even, like, listen to the statement of Mazi Chinedu, he used to say it, that this is the reason why we don't build the business that lasts for generations, because we put it on top of one person. You understand what I'm saying? And being in a Nigerian situation, if you have a business in Nigeria, you see how difficult it is as an Igbo man, a lawyer. I was talking with somebody, or some business you may establish right from America, you may in Nigeria, you all look good, you all bag loss, everything. You make all those things. If you finish all those things, you establish as you are alive in that party. If you are no more, your children will not be how difficult they run away. The best in how sell everything and start up another thing they can easily manage. That is what Nigeria put to us. But we also will not allow ourselves to institute cling our hope on one person, because it is highly dangerous. Highly dangerous. That is the institution. You make yourself to be available, that you are part of that institution. You have a stake. So it makes you contribute to your quota. And you continue contributing, so that whenever any person is just like a group of millions of ants. If one is killed, the other one don't know. They will not even, it's not visible. Every other, they will continue their work. Things will continue moving. That is how this IPOB should be. Mazi, continue, please.
Yeah, always you know, you kuchagi head in India because I'm concerned just like every other person. Ọtụtụ ndị na-ajụ sị nke a nụnwa nwunye ya na-aga visit ya sometime ọ na-agụkwara ya ihe ụmụnne ya na-eme, you know, because we all have agreed that IPOB should be an institution, and so it will be. Thank you for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he comes out and believes that his family will be supreme, and also Makandi Gabiakwa were sentiment to me. We're talking about the lives of 18 million people. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about one family. The cost for the many must be greater than the cost of the few. That's why some people here will have charge for their country because they believe that they are less than that of the country. So we'll continue to support DOS. The DOS is the ultimate institution in IPOB, and IPOB is above everybody. I don't care whether we Nnamdi Kanu himself or Nnamdi Kanu's family. Everybody is subject to that ideology and to the leadership. Thank you very much.
There were Mazi. You said it all. Everybody is subject to the ideology. That is it. You know, this is where I'm going to switch up the phones, please. You know, when people hear about DOA, they will think it's Mazi Chinedu. No, Mazi Chinedu is the head of the directorate. It cannot be there forever. Tomorrow you can enter, it can be you as a bona fide member. So, but when we talk about DOS, is that institution we are referring to. Let people understand it. We should understand how to respect and follow institution. Respect the rules and regulations. Tomorrow, one person in that can move away, another person can enter, but the institution continues rolling. That is how institutions are formed. It continues rolling. But when we put all our heart in one person that it is, that like that, without him, without the person, everything collapses. That is where we get it wrong. And that is why, you know, we Igbos, we don't get things right. Once that person, we cling our heart, is gone, finish. I don't know, I have a caller. I don't know whether you have information or anything. Caller, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Please,
Dr. Jonathan.
There, well, please, Mazi, make it as brief as possible. I'm concluding. But,
yes, I'm going to make it in 30 seconds. Great Biafrans, my name is Chukuma Biafra. The information, the broadcast of our GOC was very instructive. Our information going around. And to strengthen us in IPOB as a movement, as an institution, and in the leadership that we have. Every Biafran should take that information. Also, Meme Kanu, also Ayagawa Japan. The thing is that he's on a mission. And now we have beat both him and Nigerian government to that mission. We know what he's coming to do, to pollute the mind of people who have heard swear in IPOB. Ndi Igbo na-apịlụ si na ihe dara na mmiri na ọkụ ka eji achọ ya. We have the information. When I go to a family meeting, we're going to discuss it. Arab area, there were America, any of them. Yes, we will now. It's for us to work with this information. It's supposed to strengthen us because here Nigerian government use the reverse psychology. Some people could here say there is no duplication of Amateku. Neither there is a duplication of Fishback in the north. Yes, because they see Igbos, see everything, they see the business and profit aspect of it. And that is what they have calculated, how you say it, up. setere provocateur, they want to duplicate. Ike Agugo. Now they're sending this person, Koga Korea, the favor of those who will listen to him, because no blood brother of Nnamdi Kanu. The final appeal is na open mother with an army, open the siblings of Onyendu with an army, open Nigeria with an army. We are going to reverse that psychology on them in all our family meetings and maintain our stand. Obviously, there is no need to overflog it. We have gotten the information, and it's left for all of us to work on that information. Yes, Gaweni we on aga IPOB family. As at this time, the people, those who have stood for this struggle, not those who were swept by the wave of gossip and all that because they want to pander to the. I'm talking with Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans love you genuinely, and we are not shaking on it. But here, in this organization, that's all I have to say. We should be strong. All information, Kenya. I need to work with it. Thank you, Mazi. Jonathan, I know your time is up.
Must help Biafran. There, Mazi. Thank you very much. We must continue. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, whatever that is happening is not abnormal in a struggle of this magnitude. We should understand that this is a movement that involves millions of people. You know, once multitudes are involved, there are different people have different ideologies, personal ideologies, personal mindsets. You know, some are mixed multitudes. That is why when a government wants to engage in a very top secret mission, sometimes maybe in that country only maybe 2 or 3, the president and maybe the military chief, we know about it. No other person. They will carry it out. Why is it so? They want to limit the information going out. Because the more things go out to the public, the more people are numerous, the more they have possibility of collaborating with the movement. I mean, compromising the movement. You understand? But that is it. That is why we are building an ideology that will guide us. That is what we are building now. Remember, that is whatever we build now is what will guide us, what will guide our generations. That is why it is not easy at the beginning. Beginning of building ideology is not easy. Sometimes it can go to civil war. You know, I told you a story of a history of the Fulani. When now we are just seeing, oh, they are moving smoothly, but at the beginning it was not so. They had to fight civil war. The people, the Toruba clan, the clan that is wants the interest, overall interest of their people to be regulated. They have to clash with others and kill many people. They fought internally inside them. Brutal war for years before they were able to do what? To bring them together and remove all those bad eggs. Thousands, if not millions of them. Even the same thing to Islam. For Islam to gain orthodoxy, it took them 150 years to gain orthodoxy in the Muslim world. That 150 years is 150 years of wars and turbulences. Because they didn't agree. It's like that. It's always like that. But today we are seeing them as, oh, they're riding smoothly. They are Islam is their ideology. No. It wasn't like that at the beginning. There were bloodshed everywhere because they have to follow one side. There was a time the Islamic religion was facing. When they built their mosque, they face a place they call Petra. It's an ancient, old, medieval city in Jordan today, in today's Jordan. When they were facing that place, There was a time they were praying, facing Jerusalem. A time came, they started clashing. Why? They are trying to build an ideology, a common ideology that guides everybody. It's not easy. So that is what is happening to us now. Since the Europeans came and destroyed our ordinala, that has been our guiding ideology. Because had it been the Europeans didn't come and messed up our land, compromised it, and forced their own ideology, their own religion on us, we wouldn't have problems. You understand? We would have been going with our own way of life. It would have been an ideology guiding us all. Are you hearing me? Because that is our natural thing. But the Europeans came through colonization. They colonize, and once a people is conquered, their God is conquered. That is it. So they came, they removed, they uprooted, tried to uproot our tradition, our ideology, and they planted their own. And that thing they planted is confusion everywhere. They used it to destroy us. So now the awakening has come for us now to go back and be what we were. That is what we are building. That is restoration of Biafra. It's not easy. At the beginning, it's not easy. Some people will manifest their selfishness. Some others will take their own interests above our collective interests. Some will come with Mandiara because we are people that we are not having any ideology. We are divided people. Courtesy of Nigeria, courtesy of the Europeans, and courtesy of Nigeria. So now we are trying to gather ourselves together, our pieces together. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. That is the situation. Some people will feel that that their personal interest is more than our collective interest. They will come with blackmail. They will come with war. Some will come just like Nnamdi Kanu sibling, what they are doing. And they made it. That if there will be, after all, it's my brother that formed it. Why? Naturally, we are the head. So they don't care about the institution. What matters is them. That name, that they are on, so that everything. Do you see how they secured immediately? They secured the finance. Immediately, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. They secured the finance so that now don't go that side. And then don't ever you are with us. So don't ever they secure that one. That is how difficult these things are. It's not easy to channel a people like us to one direction. The Europeans destroyed us. They used Nigeria. Nigeria come and disorganize us more and more. Religion destroyed us into pieces. So now we are trying to come back together. There will be many ups and downs. It is understandable. Until once we continue, consistency is the key. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been hammering on it. We should be consistently consistent, resilient, and continue. We continue until victory will be achieved. Do you know what Islam suffered? Muslims you are seeing today being respected. They fought bloody wars for more than 150 years. That was when the superiority gather, scatter everybody, and now they burn every other script that will talk any other ideology other than that thing they believe, and now they put it down as Quran. That is it. It's a historical fact. It happened in everywhere, even in Christianity. That's the same thing. So at the beginning, gathering people under one ideology has not been easy. But you don't talk of that time. You look in the future. Once you're able to gather it, now the future will be bright. That is why our people, we must be consistent. If the battle you fight and run away, you will fight it again in the future. Until you stand up and defend yourself and fight that battle and win that war. Now in the future you have peace. But when you say, I don't want no, don't fight. No, don't fight. You will continue postponing that fight, and it will continue worrying you until you fight and win that battle. That is what we do here. We preach, we dispense the good news. We preach the good news. We preach the gospel. Sometimes it might not be palatable, but we say it as it is. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains who we are. It's our ideology. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.